everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're continuing our read through of Robert Jordan's The Eye of the World, book 1 of the Wheel of Time series, and we are up to chapter 7, titled Out of the Woods. Rand is continuing to struggle to pull his father on a litter out of the woods to the village, and he keeps just telling himself, if I could just get to the village, I'll get him to Nineveh, I'll get him to the wisdom, and he will be safe. Well, when he steps out of the wooded line and sees the village for the first time, all of his hope seems to leave, because he sees charred piles of rubble standing in places where half of the houses of Edmondsfield should have been. Clearly, the Trollocs have attacked the village as well. The destruction, though, he notices just sort of secondarily, seems to be random. 5 houses stood untouched, while another place there was a lone survivor standing in nothing but desolation and burned destruction. He's trying to take it all in when he sees Egwene running with bandages in her arms. Of course, she is like the assistant, the apprentice to the wisdom, maybe training to be a wisdom herself in another village. And when she sees Rand, she stops and she breathes, "Oh, Rand, oh no!" And she says, "I'll see your father when we can, but come, let me take you to Nineveh." So they head on, and eventually Nineveh, she's been healing people who have been attacked. And she comes in, she's exhausted, looks at him, feels him, takes a look. Of course, she has some sort of magic within her, but confesses that there's nothing she can do. She put her hands on her knees to straighten up, standing up, and said, "I'm sorry, Rand." He protests. He tries to get her to look again. She sort of snaps at him, "There's nothing I can do." So they go. Egwene hugs him before she leaves, but has to rush off to keep helping Nineveh heal people. In desperation, he thinks, the mayor. Maybe I'll go to Mayor Alvera and he'll know what to do. So he finds his way over to the mayor, and he kind of doesn't even get his words out when the mayor responds, "Rand, where's your father?" He says, my father's hurt." Well, the mayor jumps up, and the Gleeman right there is standing right there beside him, Master Marilyn. And he says, "Go, Gleeman, go get the wisdom." And before Rand has a chance to say, she's already looked at him, he's off. And so they have a little bit of back and forth. Rand's trying to explain briefly what had happened, what he's been through, when Tom Marilyn comes back in and says, "She will not come. You didn't tell me that she'd already seen him. She almost took my head off when I came in asking for her to come see your father." And so, I mean, Rand's sinking into despair here. His father is fading fast, and clearly there's nothing that can be done. So the mayor and Tom Marilyn are talking back and forth a little bit, and they bring up Lady Moraine, and they're talking essentially about like what she has done. And so Rand sort of tunes back into the conversation and asks, well, what did she and her ward do? And Master Alvera responds, why, she called a ball of lightning out of the clear night sky, sent it darting straight at those Trollocs. You've seen trees shattered by the Trollocs, stood it no better. And Rand says, Moraine? That doesn't seem right. And then Marilyn jumps in and says, well, it's not just her, it's Master Lan who's with her. He's a whirlwind with that sword of his. I mean, the man himself is a weapon. And it seems as if he could be in 10 places at once. And they continue to go, and Master Alvera essentially says, you know, it's still almost too much to believe. An Aes Sedai in Edmondsfield, and Master Land is a warder. And Rand looks up. That's a name for essentially magical villains in the story, and a name of magical women who have been at the root, if you can believe the stories, of a lot of trouble. And they seem to be the magical puppeteers pulling a lot of strings. And he says, an Aes Sedai? She can't be. I talked to her. But suddenly, the mayor, just in that moment, slapped his forehead and says, and Aes Sedai. Rand, she can heal. That's part of their powers. Maybe she'll come and heal your father. But no one wants really to go ask. So Rand, that's all he needed to hear. He asks, where is she? Gets the directions, rushes off to go find Moiraine. And he does. He finds her and is afraid because suddenly this woman is not just the pretty woman that he had previously known. Now there's a whole new reality behind her. But he does ask if there's anything that she can do. And he goes on to make a promise and says, I'll pay any price in my power if you help him, please. And she says, any price. We will speak of prices later, Rand, but take me to your father, and I will help him as much as I'm able. Well, Rand runs off immediately, but they're very slow in coming. Rand's getting frustrated. Come on, there's no time to wait. What he doesn't realize is that Moiraine has been healing people just like Nynaeve has been, and it has taken a toll on her physically. Apparently, the magic, when she uses it up, she needs to recharge. And so Lan, her warder, kind of snaps at him, and she calms him down and says, I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Well, Rand thanked her, slowed his pace. He matched his stride to theirs, and tried not to think of what price might they be talking about for him to pay. That's where chapter 7 ends. So we'll see if this Aes Sedai, Lady Moiraine, what's her power? What is this price that maybe she'll ask Rand to pay? And will his father make it? Thank you so much for watching. We'll continue our read through in the next video, but until then, take care. You can like and subscribe to the channel if you're interested, and we'll look forward to getting back together in the next video.